Greetings from the Freedom Wellbeing Institute and welcome to this short film about the Universal Wellbeing Evaluation Experience. Many people ask us, what is a Universal Wellbeing Evaluation? Well, the Universal Wellbeing Evaluation is a research-based questionnaire. It's based on a multidisciplinary and holistic viewpoint. It's been designed to identify each person's unique universal well-being profile. It's based on the Universal Wellbeing Model, and it's designed to help people to function better, to thrive, and to flourish. The Universal Wellbeing Model, which underpins the Universal Wellbeing Evaluation, looks like this. It includes sensory inputs, dimensions, determinants of universal well-being, and principles that guide us to interpret the outcomes of your universal well-being evaluation. Why would you do a universal well-being evaluation? Most people choose to do a universal well-being evaluation in order to check up on their social, physical, intellectual, ethnic, cultural, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It's a bit like going to a doctor to have a medical or a dentist for a checkup. The Universal Wellbeing Evaluation can serve as your annual Universal Wellbeing Checkup. Why would you do an evaluation? Most people do an evaluation to learn more about their universal well-being. Some also wish to identify possible and actual harms that could be occurring to their universal well-being. They will also learn from their evaluation about their universal well-being strengths and talents. The evaluation will help you to develop ways to improve and sustain your universal well-being. You can also learn from the evaluation about how your home, work and/or study environment is impacting your well-being, and about your dimension strengths and your universal well-being risk level. You will also learn about supports and services available to help you to use the results of your universal well-being evaluation. Is a universal well-being evaluation private and confidential? Yes. We have very secure processes around the universal well-being evaluation that ensure no one can access this without your written permission. For people under the age of 18, they need to have permission from a legal guardian or parent to complete a universal wellbeing evaluation. Many people ask us, can they get other supports for their universal well-being after their evaluation? The quick answer is yes. We can help you to plan ways to improve your universal well-being. We can provide education and more information about the different determinants of universal well-being. We can coach you in areas that are stubborn or difficult to change. We can also monitor you to help see how you're going, and in some cases we may provide you with referrals to experts who can further assist you to flourish and to enjoy positive universal well-being. How do you organise a universal well-being evaluation? Simply email our Contact Us address. You'll be able to pay for your universal wellbeing evaluation on our website in the store, or you can have an invoice sent to you if you prefer that. What happens after that? You'll receive an access letter which will take you to a private and highly secure website. You'll then be able to enter a unique identifier code that we have included in your access letter. You'll be able to read and watch a short video on the evaluation cover page, and then complete the evaluation and push submit. Please note that if you get partway through your evaluation, you can go back and change answers and come in and out until you push the submit button. You will then be invited to a draft report back discussion with one of our accredited facilitators, and they will take you through your draft Universal Wellbeing Evaluation Report. After that discussion, they will finish analysing your report and send that to you. They will also provide information about ongoing supports you can access at any point in time. What do people who've done the Universal Wellbeing Evaluation say about the experience? We're conducting research on the outcomes of the Universal Wellbeing Evaluation, and most people are happy to give their consent to have their data included. Looking at this data, we've found that most people are surprised to learn there are so many factors influencing their universal well-being, and this is really a powerful piece of information for them to consider. Most people also tell us that the experience of doing the evaluation and the results were much more valuable than they expected. They have also indicated that discussing and seeing an evaluation report was really helpful to them, making daily improvements to their universal well-being. And finally, people also indicate that learning about the Universal Wellbeing Model and how our well-being is influenced was very helpful. Finally, here are 3 direct quotes from people who have done the Universal Wellbeing Evaluation. The first person is a company director, and they said, "It's so helpful to see your strengths and talents as well as areas where there could be a harm occurring in black and white, and now I am working to improve my universal well-being. It has really changed my work and home life." Another person who has charge of well-being across several organisations said, "Learning about the Universal Wellbeing Model and doing an evaluation has changed my life, that of my family and business. It was incredibly valuable." And finally, from a person in charge of and managing a number of staff, they said, "I now understand my staff much better. It helps you to understand each other. We all did the evaluation, and now everyone is much more caring towards others. My workplace is actually positive now. You begin to understand your own universal well-being, but also how you impact other people's universal well-being." Very powerful. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to email them to one of the email addresses on the screen or call us at any point in time. I thank you for listening to this presentation, and we hope to hear from you soon. This is our contact information and where we are based, but we provide services globally. Please don't hesitate to click on subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is free, and it will mean you get updates about all the new digital films that we drop from time to time. Thank you for joining me today.